Welcome to Apache Kafka. I am going to talk about the following things. What is Apache Kafka? How does it work? Where does it come from? And where does it fit into your enterprise data ecosystem? Let's start by the first question. What is Apache Kafka? If you look at Apache Kafka documentation, it is described as an event streaming platform, or recently as a distributed streaming platform. What does it mean? It means you can use Kafka to create one or more real-time data streams of data and subscribe to streams. Additionally, store streams durably and reliably for as long as you want, or you can use it to process these streams and produce results in real time. What I mean by real time, minutes, seconds, or even milliseconds. Let's take as an example the original use case for Kafka, as it was designed at LinkedIn, which was a user activity tracking, a website users interact with front-end applications, which generate messages regarding actions the user is taking. This can be passive information, such as page views and click tracking, or it can be more complex actions, such as information that a user adds to their profile. The messages are published somehow continuously to Kafka, so Kafka receives data every seconds or milliseconds from the website. Similarly, it could be more than websites, and all of that comes to the Kafka, resulting in continuous stream of data. This is what we call real-time stream of data. Once it's landing on Kafka server, it's then consumed by applications on the backend. The applications may be generating reports, feeding machine learning systems, updating search results, or performing other operations that are necessary to provide rich user experience. So Kafka is a highly scalable and distributed platform for creating and processing streams in real time. The next question, how does it work? Kafka adopted publish-subscribe system architecture, and it works like an enterprise messaging system. I hope you already understand the publish-subscribe from the previous video, but if it doesn't, I can give a short summary about it. A typical messaging system has got three components: publisher, broker, and subscriber. A publisher is a client application which will send data records. These data records are called messages. It may be called producer or writer. In general, a message will be produced to the broker. The broker is responsible for receiving messages from the producers and store them in a local storage. Finally, the subscriber is a client application that reads messages from the broker and processes them. In this architecture, the broker is in the center and acts as a middle actor between producers and consumers. If we recall the user activity tracking system, the left side acts as data publisher. The Kafka server in the center is the message broker, and then the right side is the subscriber. To sum up, Kafka works as pub-sub messaging system, where we create the publisher to send the records. We install and configure the Kafka server to act as a message broker, and then we create consumers' applications to read and process the records in real time. The next question, where does it come from? Kafka was initially developed by LinkedIn and open sourced in 2011. So at the beginning, the engineering LinkedIn team want to completely redesign the infrastructure to accommodate the increase in site complexity. They had migrated from the monolithic application infrastructure to one based on microservices. After that, they've got a requirement to send data from one application to another application. By time, the number of source and number of destination keeps growing, and as a normal things, some part of this connection keep breaking each time, and the situation becomes like a big mess to maintain. That's why they've invested and tried to solve this problem using pub-sub messaging architecture. Thus, Kafka was born. The result was something like this. Kafka was built with few key design principles, a simple API for both producers and consumers designed for high throughput. Today, you can run several clusters of Kafka brokers for different purposes. The last question: where does it fit into an enterprise data ecosystem? By adopting publish-subscribe architecture, Apache Kafka is becoming the main element of your data ecosystem. In this case, Kafka brings data to various members of infrastructure, is taking the central place in your real-time integration infrastructure. The data producers can send data as messages. The data consumers can consume the message from the broker as soon as the data arrives to the broker. With this design, the messages can reach from the producers to consumers in milliseconds, and the producers and consumers are completely decoupled. Therefore, no need to direct connections. The producer doesn't need to be concerned about who is using the data. The producers and consumers could be added and removed as the business requirements. That's all about the overview. See you next time.